In order to invest the impact of IT platforms on health outcomes, a research group conducted a study aimed to review how different IT platforms improve patients' behavior among different disease categories. The results indicate that about 89% of health behavior is positively affected by IT platforms. One interesting point that I noticed from the data is that video games generate 100% positive results, which I had never expected to be such an influential platform. Based on the study, we can confidently conclude that IT platforms have great power in health outcomes. But in order to explore the full potential of it, we still need to understand the theories behind better.
Professor Michelle Kind's microfluidic chips are a good example of modern-day innovation. By using the children's toy Shrinky Dink as inspiration, she's able to utilize the plastic and the heat that normally creates cool little toys for children to make even smaller ways to do research methods. More examples of this type of innovation are even video games such as Nintendo's Wii Fit that helps motivate people to exercise without the need to maybe go to the gym, and applications and software for smartphones or the inventions of Fitbits take a lot of inspiration from things that make toys so attractive for kids and apply them to encourage the users of those to be more active. And when you're applying this with data research, a new world of possibilities, inventions, and innovations are possible.
The second article, in addition to our guest lecture on Wednesday, bring up significant points on the prospects of wearable technology. She brought up many ideas of what we could do with the data received. In an article by the Hopkins Bloomberg Public Health magazine on wearable technology and how this can change the healthcare industry in the future, bring up a similar idea, which is the challenge that can arise when we have significant amounts of data and how do we decipher this. Some other wearable technology, rather than the Shrinky Dinks mentioned, include smart shirts, which can measure breathing, or even sensors that measure if you're chewing your food properly. At most, these applications are used for preventative measure or just simply tracking. Even if people habitually track their health habits or their lifestyle, many may not be motivated from just looking at the data. Yes, tracking can give you numerical values, patterns, or correlation, but at the end of the day, the technology needs to reflect the data in a way that the individual can act on.
Hi, today I'd like to talk about the efficiency of smartphone blood allowed-based diagnostic algorithm in diagnosing oral cancer. April 2018, Dr. Weissman, professor and director of dentistry at the University of California, Irvine report brought a link to the smartphone blood and machine learning artificial intelligence approach improve accuracy in diagnosing oral dysplasia and carcinoma. With the system, patients can use the probe linked to the smartphone to get images of their oral and then assign it to the cloud-based diagnosis software to classify stages of disease. Capacity so that mean a clinical exam accuracy by autofluorescence taken from the smartphone blood artificial intelligence algorithm is better than those of community health worker clinical and community health worker clinical blood artificial intelligence algorithm.
Hi guys, Eddie here. I wanted to talk about how the use of social media can be problematic when applied to PA systems. A report by Pew Research Center showed that 80% of the tweets on Twitter were coming from 10% of its active members. So not only would we miss the people who aren't on Twitter, but we would get our information from 10% of the population on Twitter. I also feel as though if people find out that they are being monitored, even if for public safety, they will tend to share less of their health risk. And from my experience, most of the people that I follow or most of the people that I know tend to post only the good side of their life. So information would be lost there too. Again, this is only the problematic side of using social media. I definitely feel like there's benefits to it, but I don't feel like it's an overall solution to all our health outcomes.